What's up, guys? We're going to be doing our castle rebuilding for level 26. If I sound a little weird, it's because I'm still quite sick, but um, I wanted to rebuild my castle and get through this, so we're going to try to do a full video on rebuilding my entire castle. We'll try to get it down to only 2 parts and then 1 part for replays. So I'll go over the rooms really quick to start us off. Let's see if I can find this one. Alright, so this one's Linear Tower 2. Right here is Corner Bridge 1. This one is, I believe it's like a chamber or something. It's not junction chamber, I think it's a little lower than that. Let me see if I can find it here. I probably went over it a couple times. I thought it started with a C, but it might not have. There it is, corner chamber 2. It was right above that one. So corner chamber 2. The reason why I'm not using junction chamber 2, if anyone is wondering, it's because I need this part to be a little bit bigger so that I can fit in these two trap generators. I was messing around with the rooms previously, that's why I have these generators already in here, is I was making sure the traps would all fit the way that I wanted them in each of the rooms to do exactly what I wanted to. Because I think traps are one of the more important things right now. I think they're more balanced than creatures are at the moment. And then this is Cross Hall 6, which everybody knows. It's going to be very, very similar, if not exact, to the spiked setup that I had in this room previously. And that's going to be mainly to keep people locked in the boss room. Anything that any points that I don't use throughout this part of the castle, because I think it's not going to be nearly as dense as the last one. I might have some points left over. I'm going to throw it into the boss room. And this will at least let people lock up people a little bit from not going and kiting back all the way across. So we're going to try that out. I'm going to be doing some unique things with this castle. I'm going to be using a lot of springboards, but I'm not going to be using them into traditional fire mine setup sense. So it's going to be unique, and I don't know if it's going to be all that good. So, you know, before you go and copy it, if you want a really good setup, you might want to see how the replays turn out, because this could go horribly wrong. But I want to try out different things because, I mean, I just want to see how imbalanced the creatures really are. I mean, you have a couple different things that you can do to get a reasonable win rate, and I'm just going to see if I can do anything else to get somewhat of a decent win rate. So, I guess we'll start off with the first room here. I'm going to be doing a springboard setup that's going to be pushing you out this way. Instead of using fire mines, what my thought process is to put jelly walls around it, and then silence inside, possibly a corrosive mine or something, to reduce your armor, and then see if I can get like a Zeke or two to fire in and kill you. That's going to be kind of a kill zone that I'm going to set up here. It's probably not going to work, but I want to try to give it a chance. Yeah, I don't think there's anything alternative that I could do with this unless I wanted to use a fire mine. And I want to try something where you throw someone into silence and they can't move. A lot of people will just spam escapes. I do it as well. And I've had a couple castles where I fall for this trap and I just kind of spam my roll hotkey without like noticing that I'm silenced because there's so much going on. So that's the idea. So basically we need to start off with the springboards themselves, I think. They need to be right up next to that. So we need to go 4 deep, because 5 will not work. I'm not sure if that's too far or if that's just perfect. It looks like it's perfect. So there's the jelly wall that will stop people from easily kiting over it. And then, let's see, I might need another trap generator if I am going to put some ballistas around here. So I could put one like right there if I really wanted to, and then just put a couple ballistas in general, just around this area, just to put some pressure on them. I'm not going to have any units outside of this. This is kind of where my castle starts, so I don't need any pressure on this end, but right here is the first part, so that, you know, as people are trying to get back over this, they'll take a little bit of damage if they want to kite all the way back to the entrance. Alright, now here's where it starts to get a little bit tricky. I did have it set up at one point where I liked it a little bit. I'm going to try to set it up like that again, but I wanted to actually do the placement so you guys could see what I was doing and everything. I remember someone asked me in the comments a couple of days ago, and I was just kind of reading through comments, and I forgot to go back and respond, but someone was asking me how you rotate when you have something picked up. You just press the hotkey. So for instance, 3 is the hotkey for this. So when I have this selected, if I just press 3, you can probably hear that because I have a loud keyboard. That will rotate the jelly wall. So that's how you do that. And then I think I wanted to do, I'm trying to see, like that maybe? I think that's how I had it set up. This might be over one square, just to make it linear. Alright, and then I think I wanted to put in 2 silence traps. Yeah, there's just enough room for a silence, so we go 1, and then I believe just like 1 extra square there. And then I'm going to put in a corrosive mine or 2. And I'm hoping that this will time out so that at least one of these will be going off at this at like a specific time. You know, I hope they're silenced basically, because I don't think 1 silence trap will cover it. So I think I'm going to need 2. So we're gonna try it with this for right now. And this also ends right around here. So hopefully I can make it so that creatures won't run away from this silence. But I'm not sure that I'll be able to do that as well as I want to. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is if I have enough room to put in the snotters that are going to be necessary to actually spot the person that gets thrown, because I need something to spot them so that the Zeeks get aggroed. So either way, that's going to be set up like that. I will need a couple ballista traps in this area to just put a little bit of pressure on them afterwards if it fails. But let's get the Zeeks in and make sure that this kind of works before we do it. So I could put a snotter like all the way over here. I'm not sure if this will work, but I could put one like down in here somewhere. And then let's see. Maybe right here. I'm hoping this guy won't run away from this silence trap. If he does, I might have to move it down a square or 2. Just trying to get it so that Okay, so if I have these there, how far can this go over? It can't go over far enough, really. Unless it's in this corner here. I could put 1 Zeke, but it's only 1 Zeke. I'm not sure if that would kill someone. And it won't actually fit there. Let's see. When I was testing this, I didn't actually put the mobs themselves in here. See, what I wanted to do is have it back here, but I don't think I can get the snotter in. Maybe I can do that. Let's see if that's enough space. Will Zeke get aggroed? Yes, he will, but I don't know if I can have a Defendatron behind him and still get aggroed. Yeah, can't quite reach that. Alternatively, I could remove this for springboards instead and throw them back into the silence, I guess, if they try to walk away. But that will actually make it... See, if you're walking through jelly walls, you'll get hit by a Zeke shot because you're moving too slow. But if you get thrown by a springboard, you can dodge the Zeke shot just by doing that. Kind of accidentally, almost. So, I really wanted to leave the jelly walls in. What's the coverage look like right now? So if they land right down in here, I wouldn't be able to aggro properly. I don't think I can move this back. No, I don't. I might be able to put one right there, though. I don't think I need this to be this far down. I could move this up 1 square and still have that all powered. Move this guy down here. If I rotate him, how far does he see? See, he ends up seeing all of this, which is pretty good. The only area is if they snuck out this way, right here. That's the only area he's not covering right now. He can aggro both of them, and also could have like another Zeke over there. I need to load up the point value thing for the hard caps, because I don't know them offhand. So let me find that real quick on my other monitor. Alright, there it is. Alright, so I'm at level 26 castle, so for the soft cap of my rooms it's 28 points. So these alone are 20, the 2 Zeeks would be 24, and then a Defenatron would not be able to fit inside of it, so I can only really do 1 Zeke at one time unless they get attacked. And I don't really want to waste points like that. If I'm going to stack up mobs, it's going to be in the boss room most likely. So I can do just one. Just one, and I can move that guy back 1 square, and that would work decently well. to here and here. That's not too bad. We'll try that. I guess I could run through this just to see how it works at all.
You're going to be far poorer 3 minutes from now.
So I guess I need to make sure that it like works if you get thrown. So I kind of still was able to get a roll off, but it's not bad. That combined with a couple ballistas might be able to kill someone. I'm also 2 levels over my castle. Let me start over one more time and just test it really quickly. I was able to roll because one of my silence traps didn't quite go off at the correct timing, but it really depends on when the person goes over this, you know? You have to time it out so that the silence trap isn't working. Because if I'm right here, now I'm silenced, and so I couldn't move. I can move around enough to dodge if I just walk, but there's not that much space inside of here, so it's pretty easy to take these shots. I think it's reasonably good. So I'll give that a try. We'll see how the replays turn out for that. Now, where can I put in a couple ballistas? If I move this up 1 square, does that depower anything? No? Okay. So that means there's some room for ballistas right there. So let's load up the trap screen. I have 25 ballistas, that's kind of crazy. And I could actually move this over 1, possibly. Like that. And that will help out a little bit. Right here isn't bad. If I go 2 squares over, what is that? Can that power this? Yes. Well, what is this actually powering? Hold on. What I'm trying to do is get some points freed up here so I can put a ballista in this corner. Like that. And this doesn't have enough room. It looks like the rest of this is out of room, so there's a little bit of ballista coverage there. And then maybe like 1 right here. And then I guess since I have the extra points on this generator, and I could probably cover it back into here. I don't know, I might move this back over here in the future, I'm not sure yet, so that's temporary. This room is, for the most part, done the way that I want it to be done. Let's move on to this room. This room is where I was planning on using my Jimbo, and I'm still going to, but they did indeed nerf the level 26 Jimbo damage pretty heavily. So I'll actually just take a look at that just to let you guys see it. I'm not sure if they did anything to Smelly Warriors, but I will throw in a Jimbo on heavy-handed. He's upgraded to level 26, right there, 26. And before, he used to be able to do about 2,600 to 2,800 damage on a swing. And I thought that was really good, and I kind of liked it because it's so easy for someone to dodge out of the way of this. Now he hits considerably less, 1,600, so about 1,000 less damage. He'll 2-shot someone, he'll take you down to, for me, 800 hit points, and I mean, that's still okay, but it's not nearly as good as it used to be. You're going to need a lot of extra damage to be able to kill someone using a Jimbo swing plus a little bit extra. But I am going to try to use him in the area that I wanted to use him in, and I do not remember how I had this set up yesterday. I was just messing around with it before I went to sleep last night, and I'm not 100% sure how I had all the traps yet. So I'm going to have to just kind of throw them back in and see if I can make it work. So I believe I know I had a couple jelly walls. I think I had 3 right here. Or did I have 3 this way? I think 3 right here, maybe. No, I don't think so. That doesn't look right. I should have taken a screenshot or something so I knew exactly what I had done. And then maybe I had 1 like this? Or just 2? I just try to make it, I think it might be this right here. I think this might be how I had it. Because I am actually going to use something that I tell people not to do, which is to throw someone back this way. And surprisingly, that might throw you outside of the jelly wall, so I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I had these jelly walls, because I know I had ballistas. like all along here, so that you would take so much damage getting thrown back that it would be kind of worth it. And I'm just trying to see how I have these jelly walls set up. I think they're like pretty much exactly the same when I do it this way and this way. It's pretty much exactly. I was just wondering if I had 3 jelly walls. It looks like I do not, which is fine. I could actually just put in more ballistas if I wanted to there. And I could even throw in a silence if I wanted to. So when you get thrown back, you could be silenced, not be able to get away from the ballistas in time, but I don't think I need to do that. Let's just do another one of those, I guess. And then we'll have a couple this way. I can do a total of 4 now, and that's the whole purpose. Now, let's see. I know I had these powered at some point. At least I think I did. Put this down farther. No, I can't because there's this wall right here. So I might have to move this one over. Not sure if I can get that to link. I don't think so. It's sometimes difficult to see the power field, but it looks like this one specific one right here is being kind of difficult to power. Which is a little bit annoying. How am I going to do this? I've seen this work before, so I know there's some way to do it. Just not sure exactly how. And I think I had it working yesterday. Let me start working on the other parts of it, and then I might come back. I might work on it a little bit, just like in between parts, and try to get it working while I'm not like just sitting here doing literally nothing on the video. So I'll start working on the rest of this part because I know it's gonna work. I've had it working before. I'm gonna even try to find a castle that's doing something similar to this, because I've seen this room used for fire traps before, and I know that this tunnel can work with springboards like this. So I will take a look at it after I finish up the rest of this. So basically I want a Defendatron and a Jimbo. And I think maybe in this corner, possibly. Yeah, the Jimbo needs to be all the way in the corner. The Jimbo's back here. The Defendatron's on top of him. Right there, and then we have, I think I'm going to try a Bone Puppeteer, but I'm not sure how well this will work. Put him all the way in the corner, and then I want some Smelly Archers as well. And the reason why I want Smelly Archers is for bear traps. It reduces the movement area even more so, and if you get stunned by bear traps, Jimbo will hit you, so that's the idea at least. So just some Smelly Archers in general to do bear trap stuff. Throw it on a couple bear traps to make it so that when you're moving around, it's a lot more difficult to dodge away from the Jimbo. And then we want like a ballista, 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 just crazy amounts of them in here. And then more springboards. We're going to have one throwing you back this way, a couple throwing you forward, I believe. This one won't work nearly as well as, you'll be able to just roll over this because it's only 3 squares long. So the only purpose behind this is just to make it more difficult so that they can't keep running through the room. So it needs to be at least a little bit difficult. I might actually move this one to throw you back into this room as well. because I don't want to make it too easy to get out of this room. So we'll do this. I might even get rid of this. And what if I could put in a jelly wall right here? That might make it even more difficult. I'm going to do that if I can. Yeah, right there. That looks pretty good. And I could even put a jelly wall on the other side of this if I wanted to, but I would have to move this trap generator, and that might screw with things. Well, actually, I could put it right there. That would work okay. Okay, so there's no way to move these generators down to be able to get this closer. This is about as close as it can get. I can only power these two. The only thing that's different that I could do would be to remove these, and if I move this over 1 hex like that. Wait. See, this is why I don't like the power generators. It's very hard to actually see. Like, this is clearly the same amount of space that I just had. Even more so. But it's now linked and working properly. See, it's really weird how this all works. I was trying to get it to link earlier, and now I have it just working perfectly, so I don't know. Now it's all just working. It's really weird. Okay, well everything's powered now. I didn't have to go through a different part. We may end this part shortly here. I might test this really quickly to see how it works, but basically from back here you shouldn't be able to volley, and even if you can volley, like there's so many ballistas around here, there's so much damage that's going to come at you if you try to volley and pull it across that it won't really matter. I could actually keep this here, add a ballista here and here, and that's just even more absurd amounts of damage. I'm going to remove one of these though. I don't think you need that many, and then link that there. Because I think the only place that you might be able to volley is from this corner right here. You might be able to volley around this corner, but I doubt it. I know if you're standing on this end, you can only volley, you know, down the hallway, like right in this general area. Maybe up in here, you might even be able to just barely hit this smelly archer, and that's something I might have to test for. But at the same time, there's going to be at least 5 ballistas that will hit you if you do that, and I'm guessing the Jimbo won't actually try to walk across all of these springboard traps, so you'd have to pull it all the way back through all of this and back into here or something to be able to make it work. And that doesn't actually happen except for people who watch my videos, which, you know, it might happen, but at the same time, if other people use this in their castles, like, they're not going to know exactly what you have here. So, for someone to risk taking, you know, 600 to 700 points of damage of ballista traps to hope to pull something, it generally doesn't happen. Unless someone watches the video. You can usually tell when someone watches my videos and is running through the castle because they kind of know what to expect and stuff like that. And so I just kind of discredit those replays for the most part. So let's take a quick look at my castle. I'm probably not going to try to validate this at the end. I might try, but I don't know how well I'm going to do, because sickness and all of that sort of thing is just annoying. Alright, so let's try to make this work. I'm gonna get thrown, and I can't get out, but I didn't manage to get out, just barely. That was completely because of the Zeke nerf, actually, right there. Just kind of played a factor. The Zeke's fire so much slower, and that might be a reason why I use Spread Eagle on him instead of Headshot, but right now that was quite a bit easier than I wanted it to be. But like I said, this is more of an experimentation castle than something that I know is going to work properly. Alright, so that throws me back. I take a bunch of damage because of it, but I can use it to get a little bit of stun immunity, which will allow me to get into here and get away from the Jimbo. But then Jimbo killed me. So it's working okay. I'm not able to revive myself. I wish I could. I'm gonna run back to that spot really quickly. It wasn't too difficult to get there. I want to actually kill off the Jimbo and see if I can just take a look at how it's going to look for everybody when they're going through. Yeah, I mean, this spot doesn't work nearly as well as I wanted it to. I do think that there needs to be more creatures here. Even though I'll be over my point limit, I think this amount of trap pressure is pretty good. Like, it's a small area to work with. I could put in an IMAX up in here or something if I wanted to. Although it would be a little bit easy for someone to just kind of stand back here and headshot it, and that's the one thing I would be a little scared of doing. So, I'm not sure how I'll do that. Alright. I kind of want to throw this one back towards them. I'm not sure yet. See, at level 30, your Ballista traps get quite a bit better, I think. I've gotten hit for like 350 on some level 30 castles. He still hits pretty well, even if you're stunned and you just have to fight inside of this room. And then you barely ever see these bear traps. They're really easy to not notice.
Goes down nicely.
So that's not bad. I mean, even if it forces one potion out, I'd be happy with that. I think. Alright. This is a pretty good room. I could even, like, I mean, if the Jimbo starts to not really work, I could throw in an IMAX in here and it would be just as good, I think. At level 28, I might even keep this this general layout the same and throw in some Stairmasters with the Disruptor Field, whatever that thing's called. And then right here, it'd be good if I end up getting thrown back. I'm not sure how often that'll happen, but I think it might be okay with that jelly wall there, that there's only 3 traps here. Because if you're running from the Jimbo, you probably won't walk through the jelly wall and get to the end and then go past it, so we'll keep that in, give it a try. Let's leave. Alright, so we're about halfway through our defense points, and probably about halfway through the castle, so I think I will end this part of the video here. I'll pick it back up tomorrow with another part, and finish this castle up, and I'll probably try to do a quick validation run through it. I should be able to get through it reasonably easy. And then I'll go for, you know, a quicker time sometime off stream when I'm feeling a little bit better. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you with the next part tomorrow.